Alright, welcome back. Today we're putting the crank in the engine. I've already got it started. No sense in showing you guys the whole process there, but there was a few things I was wanting to cover on it. If we look here, get set up. So on your bearings, you got an upper and you got a lower. One has a hole, one does not. On some of your bearings, and a couple here, same thing. You got an upper, lower. Sometimes they both have a hole in them. Not a big deal. Your uppers are the ones with the holes in it. That's the side that goes into the block. Other side goes onto your bearing cap. If they both have a hole in it, not a big deal. Harder to get them mixed up like that. If you're not paying attention and your rear main bearings both have holes in them, there is still one other difference. You may not notice it unless you put the wrong one in, but right there on your tangs are offset. So on your bearing it should have a U if they both have a hole in them for oiling. U stands for upper. The other bearing should have an L for lower. If you got Clevite bearings, I believe those actually had the whole word upper and lower, so made it a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and throw last two pistons in here. I'll show you guys my process. I've already got the other side done. I've just got cylinders 6 and 8. And you just grab your rod, make sure your piston rings are in whatever orientation that you want them in. Grab yourself a bearing, put it on your rod. A lot of times I'll take and just put the tang in, lined up with the top there, and then just shove that in. You can do it the opposite way, or you can just stick it right in the middle and then stick it in like that. Make sure you grab some of your favorite lube, whatever it may be. And then just put a line of lube on there. Make sure if you have some type of indentation or something on your piston, make sure it's pointing towards the front of the engine. Myself, I like to take and stick some oil on the piston, get it around those rings a little bit. Don't have to be anything crazy. Put your piston ring compressor on there. And run her down. Make sure on the top of it, try to get everything a little bit even. It helps out. Especially if you're trying to get that last click. Again, make sure your rod and piston is facing the correct orientation. And give your compressor tool tap around the top, make sure you're fully seated. it is. And it's in. Make sure your crank is out of the way on the bottom. Go ahead and grab my other piston. Get it lubed up. That way it doesn't go into the cylinder dry. It will get a layer of film to help keep things lubricated for your first startup. If it doesn't want to go into the hole, don't force it. Wiggle it around a little bit. And there it is. It is in. Flip the engine around. Since I can already access the rear cylinder, I can go ahead and get the cap ready for it. Make sure you grab the correct one. Again, throw your bearing in. You gotta make sure it's somewhat flush on each side. Favorite lube and lube it. I did not throw a bearing on that one. Not a big deal. Grab your bearing, lube it up. And stick it in. Push it all up on there. Grab the other half. You got it ready. And stick it on. Grab your nuts. Get them started. Run them down. Good. Your engine in the position you need for your next one. Try not to pinch your fingers. and get it up on there. In the process, you'll get oil all over you. Unless you didn't put any oil anywhere. You want to make sure you put oil on everything. Pre-lube it. Otherwise it could turn into a bad situation when you go to start it. Don't feel bad if you gotta ask questions. Unless you think you already know what you're doing. And then if you're asking questions, you should reevaluate what you really think you know. Also pay attention, there will be one side that is more beveled out. Your bearing just doesn't cover it up as much as the other side. This would be the side that goes towards these big weights on your crank. So if you do get one messed up and you're not sure, that would be a good sign on where your mess up is. There's extra clearance on that side of it for that weight, for where the machine work is done. You ever got to take something back apart, double check it. No harm in that. So, till the next time, take it apart, fix your mistake, start all over if you have to. Do it right the first time. Thank you guys. We'll see you again next time.